Welcome to Conversations. I'm your host, Anthony E Thompson II. Today, we have a future legend in the music industry. We're going to have him introduce himself and then give you a little bit of backstory.
Go by the name of Pariss Noel, man. Detroit native in the building. You already know, man. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here with you, my guy. And
Man.
you know, we here, man. We here.
Man, we cool.
Right.
But I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. I'm a fan to where I didn't watch the videos all the way back. I was laughing when I saw the video shot with Space Monkey with Justin and them when they shot them. Yep. And then like where you are now, the video you just did recently in January with Diego.
Yeah, man.
Man, that black and white footage, bananas.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Yeah, the crazy thing about that video is, man, we was in New York for a New Year's Eve party with Rail Carter from Rock Nation Equity Distribution out there, and he had it was a party called Thanks for the Invite. Him and the Carter boys, like him and his brother, they threw these parties, and we just was out there. We was coming to show love, and then Diego hit us because he had moved to New York or whatnot, and he just called us like, yo, y'all in New York, I want to shoot 2 videos for you and Lorenzo. You know what I'm saying? Lorenzo, he called Lorenzo, and then I'm like, all right, bet. He like, find some songs that y'all have that are like, kind of like in the realms of 2 minutes, under 3 minutes. And I just had one, and I'm like, let's go ahead.
Classic shots.
Yeah, man.
The bridging, the
hybrid.
whole song, hybrids,
Yeah,
and the
hybrid.
vibe. I was like,
yeah, we was in High Bridge, man. High Bridge, I never been, you know what I'm saying, actually. High Bridge, I've been in New York a ton of times, but never really got to see the hood. We was like by the Yankee Stadium. Lorenzo shot his video actually by the Joker stairs. The Joker movie. I was like, them stairs look so epic. Like, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Your career, man, I know you just really getting going, but I just really pray, man, that all of Detroit, all of the OGs here really get behind you, because the lyricism, the visuals, the whole vibe is just legendary.
Oh, man,
like
it's an honor, man. I mean, despite of if whatever, who is supportive or who's not, man, I just feel like at this point in my life, dude, long as God behind me, man, I really can just like.
And you say that a lot in your music.
Yeah,
too.
like I really can like care less about what the world may think or the perception or anything, because I feel like validation from above is like the overall dynamic. Like,
I can't wait to, I know everybody is not tuned in yet, but I can't wait till everybody really get in tune with your music, because if you love, like, it's the Black Thought vibe with the bars, because you got bars. And then the live instrumentation and all of that is crazy. But then when people hear you, your flow patterns, you hear Drake in your flow patterns. And I'm not saying saying taking nothing away from what you do, but I'm saying like it's at such a high standard. Like you really pay attention to every word, no line. It's just like a drop-off line. And then the way you ride the beats, it's the wave. Like
I really like, I don't take any like sort of heat or anything to like the Drake comparison. I'm not gonna sit here and act like he's not a high influence, upon me doing music, but it's not a thing where it's like, oh, I gotta sound like this, or I gotta make it sound like him, or this is me. Like, because the thing about it is, even before Drake had came on the scene, I was a fan of hip hop since like the breaking.
Oh, you hear it.
Yeah.
You hear it. I'm just saying like the way, if you just go back to your beginnings and listen to that music, the evolution of you, I'm just saying like it has always been at a high standard. If you go back then, like I mentioned, the Space Monkey video, like you spitting bars, and it's like you remind us of that time, them New York rappers, them Philly rappers that was like really killing it, and it's like you could have really been signing to Rockefeller. Like if you look at even the presentation of how you wore your hat, the way the jersey sat on you, the whole nine, and then the bars, you wouldn't think like I love my city, but I would have never thought like, oh, this is a Detroit rapper.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I just always figured that going into it, I was gonna be the difference, the breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like my whole thing, because at the time when it started off, it was just so, it is what it is now. Like I just feel like now it's just kind of like at a different level. Like it's a hybrid of what Detroit is, but it's like even then it was the same in a sense, but all it is just like you said, evolution. My thing was I never once put myself to a point where I'm like, well, maybe I need to kind of switch it up and take that lane and you know, it'll work for me. But I'm like, nah, that I never once thought about that at all, because I always knew that I wanted to just be something where it's just like, it was clear, you know what I'm saying? It was a.
But you give us such a great balance, man, in the music. Like I love the fact of, you know, you hear that poetry in there.
Yeah.
You also hear the live instrumentation. You hear the bars, and then you also hear, like, you got that Nas feel too, because the way you lay the scriptures in the words, you know, and your bars is just like, whoa, like it's so much food on the table, you know. And then it's like you still too, like, don't get it twisted. You still lay down that street talk too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, that's what I want to get into. Like, talk to us about that song, Changed. Like,
That'll be the change, joint?
Yeah, like, man, that must touch me, dude. Like,
that was like, honestly, the whole perception of Be the Change, like, it came later on, because I was working with Lori Love, and she kind of really came into the picture perfectly, because we were rolling this album out and we wanted to make a different approach. So I'm like, how can we, I was at the gym and I'm like, how can we roll this album out differently? How? We can post a bunch of pictures all we want, we can do this, you know, with just having a small team of people, it only can go so far, you know what I'm saying, and what we do. So I'm like, how can I be distinctive and creative? So I said, you know what? I hit my one of my creative directors, Andrew Chanelli, and I was like, yo, let's do passages along with videos to represent the passages. So with Lori coming into play, her voice was so angelic, where I was like, I need you to really like write some passages out for these words that are gonna represent, that we're gonna be touching bases on in an album. So, you know, we do things for like fatherhood, pain, different words that we just picked, you know what I'm saying, that were just gonna be in representation of the album. And then when she was sending the voiceovers back, it was like, this perfect. So we'll take the voiceovers that she did. Andrew will script out something like a scene or something from, like, it maybe it's scripted or whatever, like it's a person dealing with trust issues or whatever the case is. It was a script where a guy and a girl were being argumentative to each other because the girl found out that, you know, her guy kept cheating on her, and, you know, infidelity issues and all of that. So that kind of played a part, and we had a voiceover on it where it played out, and it was just like the buildup of being beautifully flawed. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I love that video, and I love that title, that Beautifully Flawed. And like, I definitely see the transition to acting gonna be very easy for you. Very easy. Because you played that, like, I was mad when the cop shot you at the end. Like, I didn't like that part. You know,
my mom didn't like that either, man.
It's too close to home, man. It's just like, I'm tired of seeing the brothers get, you know what I'm saying, knocked down by the police. Like, and you talk about it in your music.
Right.
So like, where do you feel, you know, like, what is your thoughts on that, and where do you feel we at in society when it comes to police brutality and them just killing us senselessly? I
mean, honestly, man, I really think, truthfully, I really think like I ain't want to say drastic, but I want to say like an aggressive change is gonna come. Like, I don't know what it is, what it may be, or whatever the case, but I feel like it's going to happen. Like, I feel it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just that we're at this point where we're tired of it, but at the same time, we gotta hold ourselves accountable, because we can't just be about our specific people. We gotta be for like all people, you know what I'm saying? We gotta act on that energy, because now I was having a conversation with my mom, and she was just talking to me about it, like, we gotta get out this realm of, you know, black this and black that, and, you know, we gotta, all people, like, we gotta love each other, we gotta unify, despite of the reception that people give off or what energy they give you, we gotta just be, you know, one, you know what I'm saying? However they handle the energy that we giving off is on them, you know what I'm saying? But I really truthfully think that in today's society, it's gonna be a change. I don't know what it is. All I know is that I pray that it's a good change that's going to just affect and help, you know what I'm saying, and aid the situations more than anything. You know, I mean, don't know.
The most change come through love. Anyway, it's love. But we got to be careful, I believe, as a community and as a people, where, you know, I'm a believer, and, you know, I understand and trust the word, but I also know that we have to be intelligent enough. Like, black economics is a major thing. Like, we have to start owning, and we have to start empowering ourselves financially. But at the same time is, you know, I think as in our history, we're a people of love and care. And, you know, I understand on forgiveness. At the same time, we can't forget and be foolish.
Oh, yeah, we got to be bold.
We got to be bold and humble at the same time. Like, we can't continuously repeat same cycles. So, and that's the same thing, too. Like in your music, I see that you're not repeating some cycles, man. You really are taking things to new levels and new heights. And even the things that you speak about, like, you touching on so many subject matters, and I feel like you really carry the heart of the woman in your, you know, I feel like you really care for that woman in your heart. The way you carry the woman, it's like, it's fly, but at the same time, you really uplifting. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just want to give you something on that, because that's really dope. And, like, really, from where we come from, you know where we come from, in city Detroit, where does that come from with you? Is it the way you were raised or something? Or is it, like, situations you've been through? Because you really you keep them bars heavy, like heavy. But you still carry the woman in such a facet that makes me even think, like, dang, I need to do better. You know what I mean?
I would say, my background, you know what I'm saying? My mom is definitely a key focal point to why, you know, I'm the individual today. And, you know, my stepfather, of course, and then my real father as well. So I just feel like having a strong foundation really plays a part. You know, it's been some hardships and some dire times, of course, and, you know, I've had my history and things that I've done and mistakes that I've made, and, you know, that I'm not proud of, but that mold me to the person that I am today. But all in all, it just really comes from the feeling of a rush to do better. You know what I'm saying?
And I told you I'm a fan of your music. So because of what you just said, that made me think of a line that you said in your music when you said, like, I'm ashamed of some of the things that I've done to my mother. So, like, is there anything that you feel comfortable with sharing? Like, what are some of those things that that you did to your mom that you really feel like you trying to repair and bring this good energy back to the world?
I just would say how I acted when it came to certain people that she put in my life, and then also too how I tend to, you know, keep secrets in a sense, not being upfront and honest, and my distance that I had at a point in time with her, not being the son that I knew I should be. You know what I'm saying? Being more connected, you know, and it's just like, it's just moments that could be better that I just really analyze myself. You know what I'm saying? Like like it's a close family member to the family, you know, and she's practically like a daughter to my mom, and that girl pretty much spent like 7-8 years of just like really supporting and rescuing me. And I feel like that situation where I was just in too much of a confusion, because being in the midst of a relationship and then having this individual, you know, be there supporting me, it was just a bunch of disarray, you know what I'm saying, where I felt that I wasn't even looking at the situation of who I was hurting, you know what I'm saying? So I've always made it my business to really just be like, you know what, no matter what, I'm gonna take care of her, you You know what I'm saying? Because I have to make it my job for all that she's done. And I feel like I let my mom down because, you know, here this individual is being so openly to me, and here I am just kind of like blowing the situation off and not caring about her feelings and all these different things. So I just feel like it was childish. It was just, you know, it was malicious, and I wasn't even in the proper mindset, or just thinking out of whack. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, you know, I'm glad that I've completely got clarity from it, because, you know, we can sit in the same room and we can see each other, and it's, you know, no bad blood. So I'm just at a point in my life where I don't want any sort of bad karma or any sort of bad energy out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever want to become a disappointment to my mom, you know, to my background, or my family, or, you know, my team of people, because at the end of the day, I want to be able to sleep well at night. You know what I'm saying?
That's big what you're saying. Even the fact that you took responsibility, because even myself, coming from divorced parents,
right,
and then I know some of the struggles I had, like, you know, dealing with, I can let my dad do what my dad do.
Right.
But it's like, mommy can't do what daddy do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want mommy dating. Just like you said, you have a stepfather.
Yeah.
And of that nature, even having to adjust, you know. And it's just like, those can be situations where whether it's a benefit or it can be something that, you know what I'm saying, harms you. You know, it's so that's so. And then it's like, I like the fact that in 2020, guys are being more open and in touch with not just their feelings, their mental health, and really talking about key issues in our community and our family structures.
Right.
So it's like, I can see that, and I hear it in your music, how you talk about it, and the manner you talk about it, and I'm just letting you know, it helps us all, you know, even in your openness and the way that you talk about it.
Right.
And you talk about it so intelligently, you know, it's just like, it's so freeing, because you talk about it so intelligently and not just dumbing stuff down, like making people think, but it's understandable. You know,
I get it.
So
I just want to be that breath of fresh air, that escape for people, man. You know, that's my whole thing.
It's dope. The music dope. The visuals are dope. You know, you a great representation of the city. I just pray like, and this is me saying this, man, from being in the industry for a long time. Like, I just really hope that the Big Seans reach out, you know, and do a song with you. The Royce 5'9s reach out, you know, the T Grizzlies, all of them, because you can really be on a platform. And, you know, I hear you. I know who you would really kill a song with because of the vibe. Who I'm going to put the energy out there is Dej Low. I know what y'all would do to a track together. I know where it would go. Like, I'm just praying that somebody like that, really y'all connect, because y'all can really catapult our city to a whole nother level, because you really are that missing piece, that missing link that's gonna really take musically us to that next piece, because you connect with the hip hop artists, the R&B artists, you can do music with the gospel artists, you can do music with the soul artists, everybody.
I ain't never heard it like that.
You really are that connector, man.
I ain't never really heard it like that when you break it down. That's
that
crazy.
Connector. If you listen to your music and key in, you are that connecting piece that can really vibe, and you stream everywhere. You stream the different lines. So like, that's why I'm such a huge fan, and I'm so glad that I've known you for a minute, and I'm happy to be in tune early, because it's like, man, I really want to see your career blossom. You know, and you definitely on your way, because it's Smart Rock Nation, all them are already like paying attention to you, because they know what it is.
Man, I'm just like,
go ahead and put that bag behind you and let's go.
I'm here, man. So, you know, by all means.
But we thank you for coming out, having conversations with us today. We appreciate you, man. Good luck in your career, and we rooting for you over here.
Man. Likewise. Pleasure.
All right.